to the Rainbow Nation, South Africa, the southern part of Africa, yes, the Republic of South Africa, and to their Premier League known as the PSL, where matches will go down in the round of 26 fixtures for this weekend. We'll be having Richards Bay versus Cape Town City, and of course the game between Royal AM and Mamelodi Sundowns, was postponed. You know what happened? Royal AM, they are no longer in the league, so this feature will not take place. And of course Marumo Gallants with trade tackles with Golden Arrows, Chippa United versus Kaizer Chiefs, and not forgetting Sekunhum versus Polokwane, Magasi versus TS Galaxy, and last but not the least is Super Sports versus Orlando Pirates. So I and the guys in the studio on Football Banters, we're going to be doing justice to just 3 futures, and I will start with my friend and brother and of course my colleague Obai. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Let me start with the match Marumo Gallants against Golden Arrows. Marumo Gallants, when I saw them in the Nedbank Cup semi-finals, I felt like they were doing so well. So when I looked them up in their league performance, I was surprised. Like I saw that they are battling for the relegation.
They are in 12th position.
Like 12th position, but because of the number of the teams, 12th position.
It's a cup competition.
It's just like 2 points difference from the team that is going to play the playoff for the relegation battle.
True.
So which means they are not even safe.
Yeah, no, they are.
And they are in the semi-final of the Nedbank Cup, disturbing Orlando Pirates. I think that game against Golden Arrows is going to be. It's supposed to be an easy game normally, because if you look at their history. Golden Arrows haven't won them in the last 5 meetings. Gallants has been winning them just 1 or 2 draws. So it means that Gallants have an edge over them. But currently this season, it's obvious Gallants is not doing well in the league. So which means anything can happen in the game. We can't really say, especially with them being in the relegation zone. Though that should make them be more serious in the game, at least to take themselves out and be safe. I don't know. Anything can happen in that game.
Okay, so Engineer Casey, Chippa United will trade tackles with Kaizer Chiefs. That game is one game that will see a mid-table team versus another mid-table team.
Yeah. That match, Chippa United will be hosting Kaizer Chiefs at the Mandela Stadium, Nelson Mandela Stadium. It is one tricky fixture, despite being a mid-table clash. It's one tricky fixture that, despite seeing Kaizer Chiefs placed on 8th position and Chippa United on the 9th position, it's still because Chippa United has got is 2 matches short of Kaizer Chiefs. And if you look at their performances in the league, you see that Kaizer Chiefs is yet to win in their last 4 games, while Chippa United have won their last 2 home games back to back. They defeated Polokwane and Amazulu, you understand? Those teams are doing well in the league. So you will see that Chippa United, even though one other thing that makes it even more trickier is the fact that Amakosi eliminated Chippa United in the Nedbank Cup by 3-0. And they have also beaten them this season by a long goal. But in their last, if you are judging by their last 4 games, you will think that they don't have anything to offer in this match, going into the match. So Chippa United, to me, I think because of their current form, they've just lost only 1 game in their last 5 games.
So they stand a better chance.
They stand a better chance, and they are going to close that gap on the Kaizer Chiefs. Kaizer Chiefs have made it to the finals of the Nedbank Cup, and I believe that is where their concentration will be. Chippa United, I believe this time will get it because their impressive home record will count for them this time around. And going into that game too, there are concerns for Kaizer Chiefs. One of their gifted defenders is injured. Their 26-year-old defender Azola Nsabo. One of the concerns of that game is the injury to their utility defender Azola Nsabo. The 26-year-old can also play in the defense and also in the midfield. He's a very good utility player. So it's a serious concern for them, because going into that match is one player that is very important for them. But aside that, I still believe that Chippa United, going by their home form, will have the day.
So another game we should also, which for me, I think is the most interesting game because of how I used to know the Super Sports United, is the game between Super Sports and Orlando Pirates. Dika, in the past, the Super Sports used to be the team, like in 2010, when the World Cup made us watch South African League more. So at the time, it was Super Sports winning the league. I think they won it back to back, even 3 times. But now Super Sports struggling in the relegation. playing against Orlando Pirates. Do you think they are still going to play like big team, a big team against a big team, or it's going to be a big boy against a small boy?
Well, it's always an interesting one when both sides meet.
Yeah.
Because the last time Orlando Pirates defeated Super Sports at Super Sports home, it was way back in 2012.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's been a long time.
Wow.
Yes, Orlando Pirates. But now Orlando Pirates are in form.
Yeah.
And the interesting thing about this future is Super Sports have played 23 games. They have 23 points. Now, Orlando Pirates have played 20 games.
Yeah.
They have 46. If you add 23 games plus 23 points, it will give you 46 points. So they have half of the points Orlando Pirates has.
I'm telling you.
So
a big boy indeed.
the gap is wide.
Yeah, wide.
So, but the game is like a kind of a derby game.
Yeah.
But although Super Sports, they are based in Pretoria, they were formed 31 years ago.
Wow.
They were formerly known as Pretoria City until Mnet, bought the rights, and then they renamed it to Super Sports United. And since then, they've won the PSL for 3 times, like you said, on a bounce.
Yeah.
But after winning the league, they've actually gone into limbo.
Yeah.
They've not been performing the way they used to be. It used to be one of those clubs that are not in South Africa, we used to know, Super Sports United.
Yeah.
But now, with the way things are going, they might be relegated.
Wow.
Because you know that Royal AM has been kicked out of the league.
Already,
so Super Sports, they are bottom of the league now.
Wow.
Yeah.
So if the league ends today in South Africa, automatic relegation.
So
Yeah.
Super Sports will be showing us the league on DSTV.
And won't see their team.
Oh, do you mean it's the same Super Sports?
Yes.
It's
What is their team?
It's their team.
Wow.
And one other thing is, in the last 5 games now for Super Sports, although they've not lost, but their last 5 games, they've drawn 4 and they've won 1.
Yeah.
Why for Orlando Pirates, their last 5 games, they've lost 2, won 2, and they've drawn 1. So it is game against the big boy and the small, but when 2 sides meet, the grass always suffers.
Yes, definitely.
So I'm looking out for this game. My prediction is going to be a draw because both sides have met 50 times in the league, and out of that 50 times, they've won each other 18 times.
Yeah.
And they've drawn 14.
Yeah.
So you see, it is equal.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing this game to end as a draw, making it the 15th draw when both sides.
Talking about Orlando Pirates, it's more like Orlando Pirates. Will I call them the busiest of all the teams, or will I say the luckiest? Because they are in the Nedbank Cup, they are in the CAF Champions League, and they are still in the competition of winning the league. Because if you look at the table, I think there are 3 games less of Sundowns, which means they still have opportunity to
they will be
also win the league.
3 points.
So do you see that as luck, or will I say too busy for them? Like they have a busy schedule.
Well, yeah, they have a busy schedule. Even this game might not hold due to the fact that they will be playing on Saturday.
Yeah.
Against Pyramids of Egypt in the CAF Champions League. So, and this game is supposed to be on Sunday. So, the likelihood of this game taking place is low because they can play on a Saturday and then play on a Sunday. So, if they don't play this game, they will have 4 outstanding matches.
Yeah.
But like I always tell people, if you have outstanding games, it don't mean that you have outstanding points.
Yeah, sure.
Because you need to win those games.
Even in May, 3rd of May, they are going to, I think 3rd of May, if I'm correct, Orlando Pirates will be meeting Kaizer Chiefs in the league, and on the 7th they will be playing the finals of the
Nedbank Cup final.
So it's just on the 10th, it's just 7 days gap after they meet in the league. They will have a rehearsal again in the Nedbank Cup final. So Orlando Pirates is having a very busy picture for featuring for refusing to go out.
Yeah, I think Orlando Pirates will I call them the Barcelona of South Africa because they're in every competition now, and they have a chance to win every competition.
Of course, they do.
Yes. Most times, fatigue and distraction can lose everything at the same time.
And you also know pressure too, like what happened to Liverpool.
Yeah, Liverpool.
They might be knocked out of one competition and then they take their foot off the pedal, and you see them, not winning,
losing everything.
Yes,
losing everything.
Yeah,
losing everything. Well, this is how it is in the South African League so far.